Alright, so this is one of the surprises coming down the line. So I left this morning with Clifford and Denali on the trailer to go to Michael's, and dropped it off with him to get it tuned and everything. And on the way home, stopped by Michael's friend's house and traded the red truck for this truck and that truck. So I think they're both 2010 models. It's a long story, but this has a silver cab and is a GMC Sierra, I think. And then the black stuff is off of that cab, which that cab is a LTZ and has the nice interior, the backup camera, and all that stuff. So the silver truck was wrecked in the front, and then he took everything from that truck and put on this truck, but it has the basic interior on it, so it doesn't have the nice interior. I don't like, I mean, it's basic interior in here, but it has a have y'all been hearing the cicadas? Do you see them? It's the 13-year cicada thing around here, so I don't know if you've noticed them in the last couple videos, but they're sounds like an alien invasion. But anyway, so I traded the red truck for these two trucks, and like I say, that one's an LTZ. That cab is an LTZ, and then all the black stuff is LTZ. And this truck, you know, would have come, both of these trucks would have been a 5.3, and this one he put in a I think it's a LY6. It's got 823 heads in it on it, and it's I think it's an iron block. Yeah, it's an iron block. So I think it's just a LY6, and it does not have DOD. I think it looks like it has VVT. So I think when the guy swapped everything, he had Michael change the ECU parameters to match the 6-liter, and also you know, I towed this, which I mean, not, you know, that's not that much without the engine and transmission and front clip and everything. But I do have the these are the transport wheels I was talking about, and I got these for the white truck, so I think these will look really good on there. And then my buddy is getting me some tires, so then we'll get these things on there. But the funny thing is after the video, my tire guy was asking me what size tires was on it, and the front has a different size than the back, and then the back has two different sizes on the back, and I didn't notice that. It has a bigger tire on the driver's side and a smaller one on the passenger. So I told him to run his numbers and figure out what he felt like was best for it. So he's supposed to be getting me some tires for that, and then I also got a TBSS intake as part of the deal. I bought these from him because we talked about getting them last time. So like I say, I think they look pretty good on there, and they're kind of heavy, but anyway. So it's funny, this has a drum brake rear end. Chevrolet never could make up their mind with disc or drum, but it's funny to see this with a drum brake. And then that one has a disc brake rear end under it, but the brackets are on backwards, so something, I don't know what they did there. It's funny. So but I'm gonna try to get, I'm either gonna pull the interior out of this one, because it's got, like I say, this one's an LTZ, but I do not like the sunroof. This truck up here is a slick top. It doesn't have a sunroof, and I absolutely hate sunroofs. So I don't know if I want to put this truck back together, or if I want to just pull the interior and everything out of here. And I guess I'll have to do the wiring harnesses and everything. But I mean, it's got the nice tan seats, and then since it was the black truck was an LTZ, it's got a backup camera and all that good stuff. But I really like the interior, but I just don't know, because then if I put this one back together, then it'll all be black and I won't have to paint it. But how much work is that gonna be to switch the doors, switch the bed, put the drivetrain and the front clip back on it and get it all back together? So I'm kind of weighing my options at this point. But yeah, Silverado LTZ, and then you can see it's got the backup camera right there. So, and then apparently the beds are different between the Chevrolet and the GMC. The flares are different or something, but this one's got it's got a couple dents in it. But you know, what do you expect? And then the running boards have got to go. But I do like these wheels. They're not bad wheels. And I like the fact that it's already a 6-liter. So, like I say, I don't know. Nobody was buying the red truck. It was just like nobody, I just wasn't getting any interest. And I don't understand why. I don't know if it's because it was an 8-lug truck. Because it wasn't 4-wheel drive. People don't want turbo trucks. I don't understand why I wasn't able to sell it. But you know, when I was there, he's the gentleman that got the front clip for the white truck. And something fell out. A bulb fell out when I closed the hood. That's funny. I guess it was a fog light. That's funny. So anyway, he had this truck, you know, and he told me, he's like, well, you know, if I sell this one, I'll buy the red one from you, you know. And then I got to thinking about it. I was like, you know what, if they'll do both trucks, you know, and that one's got the nicer interior and everything, I'll do it. So I messaged him, and he said that he had bought a dually. He got a F350. Like a early one with the non-intercooled 90s model. And like I said, then, you know, a couple days back and forth, and I let him think about it, and then he's like, yeah, let's do it. So like I say, I went by there and got it. Initial impressions, towing, this thing did pretty amazing for a stock pickup truck. Now, I know it's got a 6-liter, but that 6-speed is a game changer. That 403 first gear versus a 248 and a 4L80, I mean, is a huge difference. Now, I don't know what gear ratio is in this truck, because it's a, you know, Frankenstein of a truck, you know, which is, you know, kind of how mine typically turn out. So I don't know what gear ratio it had. He had a window sticker, but I don't know if it's for the silver truck or the black truck. So I guess I'll pull the tune file and see what it is. I would expect with a 6L80 it's probably a 342, but like I said, I'll just have to see what it is. But again, you know, a 248 with a 410 ratio versus a 403 and a 342, and I assume about the same size tire height. I mean, this thing, you know, it pulled it really well. The first gear takeoff in this was much better than Clifford. But like I say, I feel like Clifford needed a shorter duration cam in it to get the torque down lower. But now I see that it just needs a better first gear ratio. So, you know, that's why the 4L60 trucks do better, is because, you know, they've got a 306 or something first gear and a 4L60. But, you know, that 248 is just a dog. So, like I say, initial impressions, I'm happy with it. You know, I mean, of course, we got to change something with it, or it wouldn't be me. So I'll figure out what I want to do with the interior of the cab, or how I want to work that. Like I say, it's going to be a lot of work either way, but, you know, I would just rather have I just rather have the other interior. And then I hate painting stuff, so you know, it'd be nice to put one together and not have to paint it. So I don't know, let me know what you think. If you think it'd be worth it to put the other truck back together or just swap the interior, because like I say, I would assume I would have to change all the wiring harnesses too, because this spot, it's hard to say, you know, the black truck and the silver truck, because this one's primarily black, but it's really the silver truck. But I would assume that I would have to change the wiring harness and everything to get it correct in this thing, you know, for all the functions and all the work. So anyway, we'll see what happens. I've got some stuff ordered for the OBS truck. They'll be here, and then hopefully get these tires and wheels on it. And then I should be about done with the OBS truck. And then next on the list is the little step side. I got to finish it up where I left off. And then my other buddy, my tire guy's got that Turbo Colorado I was talking about. So I'll get his over here and get his cleaned up and all his stuff sorted out on there. And then we'll go from there.